Hey everybody, and welcome to the 7th dispatch of the Sienna Sessions with me, Cody Stoffer. The other day I was at the gym, and I was working out, as you do in a gym. I hope that's what you're doing there. And I looked up from whatever I was doing at the time, I can't remember. There was a guy in front of me wearing a black t-shirt, and it was, your run-of-the-mill kind of a standard issue gym shirt that a lot of folks wear. Maybe they got it for free even from the gym, or maybe from a nutritionist place, or maybe like a health food store, a vitamin shop, something like that, so it's like a promotional type of shirt. But on the back of the shirt was the statement, "Addicted to outcomes, obsessed with results." And, I get the sentiment completely, totally understand, right? That's why you're going to the gym. You're wanting to get some results. You're wanting to get some outcomes. And boy, when they happen, they feel good. They feel nice. And they can keep you going. It's a wonderful place to find some motivation. But I do want to, I kind of have just a small quibble with that approach to finding inspiration at the gym, or really doing anything. And what I'm about to say might sound actually probably kind of piggybacks off of my thoughts from a couple weeks ago about making gifts for people, doing the thing, pouring your time into the gift because your responsibility is to the gift itself. Is going to kind of dovetail with that a little bit, that idea, what I'm about to say. Because my quibble with the t-shirt and the addicted to outcomes, obsessed with results approach, my small question or quibble is this: what happens when the results aren't there? What happens if the outcomes aren't coming? Maybe you've reached a plateau and well, frankly, let's face it, the human body has limitations, right? There's probably a peak that everybody has when it comes to getting results as far as strength gains or anything like that, right? And I get it, right? That's why people are in the gym. They want those gains, right? That's the big word that I hear at the gym. I'm making these gains, or I'm doing these things. And that's, like I said, that's a fine place to find some motivation, but ultimately you have to find a place beyond that motivation. Ultimately, you have to go deeper in your motivation and your inspiration, because, like I say, sometimes the results aren't going to be there. What happens even, especially when it comes to lifting weights, and I'm using lifting weights as just the example, but this can be applied to anything. But what can happen when you're with lifting weights is you can actually go down in your results as you reach muscle fatigue and things like that. And so then what happens? Where does the passion go then? And like I said, you can apply it to anything in life, right? I'm a pastor, and so, of course, I'm not going to lie to you. It feels amazing when you get up on a Sunday morning, or whenever it is that you hold your worship service or gathering times if you're a pastor or a teacher or whatever it is, when you're presenting what it is you've worked hard for, and you're just... you are in the zone, and you are delivering this amazing, passionate bit of teaching or wisdom, and you can sense and see people just following right along with you and just connected with what you're saying. And they might even come up afterwards and give you, a pat on the back and some compliments. And yes, that feels amazing. Those are the results. Those are the outcomes. Or even better, beyond that kind of self-centered outcome, to watch people's lives changed by something that you're doing or teaching. Man, it's incredible. It's amazing. I love it. But that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you've put effort and work and time and dug deep to put yourself and put everything into a bit of teaching or a bit of work, a bit of a sermon, whatever it might be, and it's just not there. Like, it just falls flat, and it doesn't connect with anybody. In fact, afterwards, people come up to you and they've completely missed the point of whatever it is you're saying. That is the reality sometimes. And so if you're in love with the results, if that's what's driving you, your love for the results, I got to tell you, the love might run out. Because sometimes the results aren't there. And sometimes you might toil and work so hard and be putting forth effort for days, weeks, months, years, and not see the results. And of course we can talk about, well, you know, the results might come later and all those things. But I'm telling you that the mindset of obsessed with outcomes, addicted to results, might end up that you quit or give up because you're not seeing those outcomes and results. Instead, here's what I'm finding works for me. I have to find a way to actually fall in love with the process itself, regardless of the results. Applied to my job as a pastor and to preaching, some days it's hard, right? It's a grind. It's not always easy to pour in the time and the effort, but I have found a love for the process itself. I love diving deep and digging deep into what it is I want to learn. And then the results aren't quite as important. Yeah, they're great. And yes, they do help keep you motivated. But you know what? When you find that love for the thing and the process itself, for the journey itself, you find you can keep taking the next steps, even if the results aren't there. And the same applies with my work in the gym. You know, at the beginning, man, results were coming quick and fast and big. And then it kind of flattened off. And in fact, sometimes even takes a dip. But along the way, I found a love for the journey and the process itself, to the point where, and this is where it clicked for me, that I knew this is something I would hopefully, or that I was going to do for the rest of my life, when I realized on a certain day that I had to go to the gym because I really wanted to be there. Like I realized I loved doing it. It's not always the case, right? There's days I sit in the van and it takes me 20, 30 minutes to get myself in there because it's not right. But that's what real love is. That's what real love is like. It's not always like, yes, I'm so ready and wanting to do this. Real love is like, I feel incomplete without it, regardless of the results. So I encourage you, if you are on some kind of journey towards health improvement, or in your job, or whatever it might be in just life itself, find a way to fall in love with the journey. Because it is a longer lasting love than a love for the results. Love for the results might come and go because the results will come and go. But if you can fall in love with the journey, if you can fall in love with the process itself, that's a love that will last as long as the journey. That's been dispatch number 7 of the Sienna Sessions. I hope you find some encouragement out of this and some help out of it. If so, please share the video with friends, tag people who might need to hear this, might need some encouragement in their journey. Share that with them. And if you've got any help at all from any of my videos, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Got to get to 100 subscribers so I can get that custom URL address. I just think that'd be pretty cool. But regardless, I love the journey and the process of making these videos, whether the reviewers or subscribers come or not. But if it does help you, hey, hit that subscribe and hit the bell to remind you. Thank you so much for watching. And you know what? Have blessings on your journey. Fall in love with it. Thanks.